soulful beats, deep jazz, and rare groove. You're listening to the seductive late-night sounds of monogamy. There can only be one, bitch.
Welcome to another Analogsoul. You might remember my voice from the Monogamy audio podcasts, which I co-hosted with Matt a few years ago. This time he's asked me to bring a few records over from Madrid for the Christmas period to share with you all. First up, we have the enigmatic Dave Holland, Chris Potter, Lionel Loueke, and Eric Harland. Dave Holland has a habit of putting together incredible jazz ensembles, frequently featured as Best Jazz Performer, Composer of the Year in Downbeat, Jazzwise, and any other jazz publication you should mention. This is no exception. The Aziza album is incredible, recorded in 2016, sits somewhere between jazz rock, jazz fusion. Eric Harland, the main driving force behind this, sensational. Thoroughly recommend it. Leads me on nicely to the new Lionel Loueke album. For those of you that don't know him, he is an amazing guitarist from Benin, discovered by Herbie Hancock, apparently in a jazz competition, which he finished second. And Herbie Hancock went up to him and said, "We need to sign you up." He then kind of played on a long tour with him and is now one of the most unique guitarists on the scene. Saw him recently at the Jazz Madrid Jazz Festival. Highly recommend this album. This is the tribute to Herbie Hancock. Go get it. Next up is something that is really incredible. If you don't know Annette Peacock, you should check her out. Recently re-released on Sundazed, which is a random country label out of Nashville, but have a really good recording press. But anyway, Annette Peacock is kind of a jazz poet from the 70s. She had an incredible sort of jazz rock band with her that toured and recorded, I think, 3 or 4 albums. This is one of them. The Perfect release, and it might be the perfect release. Strongly urge you to go and get this. There's an 11-minute monster on side 2, which has some of the greatest jazz lyrics I've heard on a record. Go get it.
An inevitable exploitation. Innocence is no protection. They cannot comprehend the impending future. An age of the individual is over. All leaders are opportunists or idealists, drawn by the cry of a multitude eye. And all systems exist because of supply and demand. On the other hand, cause and effect is perhaps the only definitive perfection.
I was going to do 5 jazz records, but I decided to throw in a bit of electronic. This guy, don't know much about him, Leo Gunn from the UK, introduced to me by somebody from Spain, actually. Really lovely album, Journey Inwards LP. Kind of somewhere between kind of ambient electronic, squelchy Detroit techno. Anyone that's into that sort of vibe, thoroughly recommend you go and get this. 6 tracks, all really good. And last but not least, maybe my favourite jazz album of last year, which is RoundAgain. So Joshua Redman, Brad Mehldau, Christian McBride, Brian Blade, 3 of which have played together a lot. McBride is kind of new to this ensemble, all at the creative height of their powers. Really incredible record. The track that you'll hear in the background is called Father, written by Brad Mehldau. Yeah, I mean, you probably got a bit of Brad Mehldau somewhere in your collection. He's one of those fantastic pianists that, you know, kind of crops up all the time. But thoroughly recommend it on Nonesuch from 2020. And there you have it. That's my special Christmas edition of Analogsoul for you. Enjoy the music.